Taurus, welcome to your weekly tarot reading, and this reading is for July 17th to the 23rd, and we're getting started here, Taurus, with a Moonology Oracle card. Your reading begins with communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So communication is the key to new beginnings, to a fresh start, to a new chapter, to initiating change. Conversation is important. I always say words are the spells we cast, because once you speak something into reality, it happens, because those around us start acting in accordance with that. It orchestrates the situation. So communication is key. What do you need to express? You need to express an answer, your feelings, do you need to hold a boundary? The Lovers is coming through. Now, this is my major arcana of Gemini, so you might be dealing with a Gemini. The Lovers, look, it's a few different things. It can mean that you're dealing with partnership, whether that's partnership with an employer or a romantic partnership, but it's also a huge card of choices. You're making a choice around a significant matter of the heart because you're wanting to bring it back into harmony, back into balance. Communication is the key. It's almost time for you to express this, or maybe you're waiting for an expression from somebody else. Let's go to the tarot here. Now, I've been ranting this morning, Taurus, and I'm gonna do it here too, if that's all right. But what I'm ranting about is YouTube, and the fact that I took a week off 2 weeks ago, and before that I reduced the amount of content I was posting for 2 weeks because I had been involved in Australia's largest spirituality festival. I had been working 12 to 14 hour days most of this year, and I needed a break. Fair enough, like, we deserve that. Now, YouTube responded by decreasing my reach about 80%. Now, that of course decreases my income by about the same amount, and this is what I do for work. So that's unsustainable for anyone. Completely unsustainable. I also don't feel, because my channel was in a really good standing before that, I don't think it's fair that if you do want to take a week off, and I do that once or twice a year for 3 years before this year, I did it once a year, to have to rebuild. It's not financially sustainable. It's not energetically sustainable, and I'm not one to stick around for that. I've already been through chronic fatigue and all the things. So please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm not just asking for me, I'm asking for all of your favorite content creators. I'm making sure that I do the same when I consume YouTube comments. And I know that ads are annoying, but they are a necessary evil. People like me would not be able to be there unless the ads are there, because you can't run a channel like this unless you're doing it full time, and you can't do it for free unless you're in some kind of privileged position. That is definitely not me. So please do show your support. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be on this platform for very long. I'm being completely honest. I am quite sick of the cycle of I just get to the point where I'm doing really well and then it completely crashes again, and I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I'm burning out. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. I really want to keep bringing these readings through, but I'm going to need, some change. And I'm going to need to take my own advice of, like, we need to pivot. We need to surrender to endings if things aren't working. All right, back to you, Taurus. Look at these cards. I love the bookend here of the Star and the Four of Wands. Like, these are energies of destiny. These are energies of milestones to abundance and happiness. Okay, so we do have some incredible energy coming through. Now, the situation is the Star. It's Aquarius energy for me, and it is an energy of destiny. So I believe that when we incarnate here, on Earth, we do have a plan for our lives. Now, that's not down to, like, what am I going to have for breakfast each day? It's like the big things, like, what am I doing for purpose work? What are the key relationships that I'm coming into? Now, the reason why we have that is because we have contracts for growth, for soul growth, contracts with other people, and that is so that we can evolve, spiritually evolve. Like, we are here for ascension. That is why we're here. So when I see the Star card, I know that we are dealing with one of those pivotal situations, and it's something to do with your purpose, right? You'll know what it is. If you're watching this reading going, I don't really know what you're talking about, whether it's a relationship or job, like, you know what this is if this is your reading. Okay. And you're in a position right now where you feel really vulnerable, because I think you're at a bit of a crossroads with it, and you're trying to make a choice whether to stay here or not. I've got the Page of Cups coming through, and you might be making a decision whether to stay in a situation, or for some of you there's been a newcomer. Now, a newcomer who's offering you something that feels really amazing, or if you aren't in a situation right now, the Page of Cups is offering you a gateway and you're trying to make a choice about it. The Page of Cups is quite an unexpected energy. It's like you didn't see this coming, but now you're needing to make a big decision, and the universe can do that because it can align us to our destiny in any given moment. So the Page of Cups stands for, I always say, like, the pages are the energy that comes in before the Ace of the same suit. So this is like the precursor to the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is an emotional new beginning. It is a transformative energy. So we have maybe a conversation, a chance meeting, or proposition that has happened, or an expression of feelings and heart that is the gateway to a whole new reality. And it actually feels like it's part of your destiny plan. It makes you feel vulnerable to the point of feeling uncomfortable, I think. But there's also an element of divine guidance and feeling perfect here. Now, I think that whatever is presenting is quite different from what you planned, expected, or the direction you thought you'd be going in. But again, you know, life works in weird and wonderful ways, doesn't it? So locked up in the challenge position is the Eight of Pentacles. And I'm going to get the clarifier for this one. What have we got? The Hermit. Yeah, so the Eight of Pentacles could be the fact that you had been sort of invested in another direction. You've been working really hard to carve out a path, but all of a sudden the universe has thrown, we say over here, a spanner in the works, right? It's thrown in a wild card, and the Page of Cups is that wild card. Because if you're honest with yourself, maybe the direction that you were going in wasn't really leading you to where you wanted to go. Now, because the Hermit coming through, it's called Serenity in this deck, is sort of this energy of, well, I've been working really, really hard, but I still feel a bit lost, right? I still feel like the direction's not clear. I still feel like I haven't found my thing, my person, my calling. And I think that the way to get out of this energy is to say yes to the wild card, Page of Cups, this cosmic surprise that has been put in your pathway. You're also being asked to really, use your intuition and wisdom to make your decisions here, okay? Because the mind is probably going to say, no, let's just stay in the comfort zone, even if it's not really getting us anywhere, at least it's the known. So you'll need to mitigate that. And with the Hermit coming through to something else in terms of timing, you might have been trying the other path or the other way for, like, the Nines coming through, 9 years, 9 months. And that's why it feels like a lot to abandon, to take a chance on the Page of Cups. Now, the advice is the Four of Swords, and that is a waiting energy or a pause energy. So you might not be able to make the moves immediately. I see the Three of Swords bearing down on you, and that can mean that there's a disappointment or a hurt that needs to be navigated on your own part, or maybe you are the instigator for that, and it feels like you need to take that moment of pause, or that wait for the timing to shift just a little bit before you reveal this truth that you're moving towards the Ace of Cups, or that if you take that moment to reflect and pause and contemplate, the clarity will come to you that you need. Okay, Knight of Pentacles coming through. So I've actually got double Virgo here, just so that you know, with the Hermit and the Knight of Pentacles, you might be dealing with a Virgo. The reason why you're needing to pause is that you need to do some preparation, and you need to put a plan in place. So depending on what the Page of Cups stands for you, like, it could be someone who's coming in for new relationship, it could be an exciting creative new career opportunity. It feels like you can't just up sticks and move towards this immediately. You actually need to put some ducks in a row here. You might need some savings. You might need an exit strategy. You might have a notice period for that work. You might be in a serious relationship and you've got to sort out housing and assets. It feels like there is going to be a pause, so you need to put that plan in place, but do start taking the steps. Because before you know it, you will reach a significant milestone towards this goal. The Four of Wands is an incredible energy of new stability, and we do see a beautiful new partnership indicated here. If it's not in partnership, we see abundance here. Like the Four of Wands is one of my blessed life cards. It could be a new home as well. If you're seeing 1111, you need to be so mindful as to what you are engaging your energy with or thinking about at this time, because it says that you're in a rapid manifestation portal. So we have to have purity of thought, clarity of direction if we can, because that's going to help you manifest this. It's going to happen quite quickly, but you do need, there's going to be that brief waiting period in between. What else do we have? Akashic records and the star at the bottom of the deck. You know how I was talking about that plan? Well, the Akashic records is this concept that every soul, yours, mine, everybody's, has like a library called the Akashic record, where all of those significant soul contracts that we talked about in events are kept, like from all your past lives and those that you've signed up for in this life. So when I see this card in a reading, it's like there's one of those files loading from your Akashic hard drive, right? You're being connected with destiny here. So just to recap, there's been a newcomer or a new doorway opening. Some of you have got an important decision to make around exiting another situation to embrace this, or others of you, it just is a big choice to follow this, because many of you were invested in a different direction, right? But that hasn't been materializing. Now it feels like there is a process here for you to be able to move towards this, and you can't do it immediately. There's planning and preparation to be done, but I see you very soon moving towards this, and it will be when that time is right. Even though you need to take that time to put the plan in place, you do need to take the first step. You do need to keep the energy in motion. Or Eight of Wands, yeah, because the Eight of Wands is a quick change. It's a total change of direction. It can also be, we've lost our candle, it can also be that there's a relocation involved, or that there's some kind of like shift or move here that might need some more planning and more preparation. I think that it's funny because communication is key, and the Eight of Wands is about a lot of communication going on. So it's saying keep the lines of communication open here, but you're about to shift course, right? You're about to go into a new direction. It feels like you do have a fixed star to follow. Don't lose sight of it. Put this plan in place, but most importantly, keep taking the steps that you can, because you are aligning to your Akashic destiny. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this message, and sorry about the rant, but that is necessary sometimes too. If you'd like a personal reading to tune into your specific circumstances, please do follow the first link down below to my website where you can check those out. And why not come along to Instagram, because I am getting some traction over there, and because of that I'm putting more energy there, and I'm doing daily general messages over there twice a day. I am doing a lot of grid posts where I share more about my journey. And I have, for those of you that are still here listening to this, I don't even know if there's anyone, because the YouTube statistics tell me that most people don't make it to the end. But I want to start sharing more about spiritual truths and my journey and the awakenings that I've gone through and what's led me here. And just from a general universal knowledge perspective, and let me know if you'd be interested in that. I can't blend that with this channel unless it's incorporated into a tarot reading, because when you start ranking for keywords like tarot and tarot reading and then you change to something else, even though it might seem related, the algorithm hates that. That would be like another 10% shutdown. So I might start testing that on Instagram. I feel like I have a bit more freedom over there, and we'll see how that goes, because I think that is, I'll always keep doing the readings, but my true passion is spiritual awakening and helping people ascend and be on that journey, even though it really is the road less traveled and it is bloody hard. I have a lot of experience in that area because that has been my journey. I've literally been kind of thrust into that since very young, and I have followed a conventional path for a time, but that really didn't work for me. So here I am doing this, and you've heard my story about how that's going for me. So I'm getting ready to pivot again, and I'm always trying to do that from a place of bravery and courage, and know that I'm always taking my own advice as much as I can. I'm human too, and the fears come up, but I don't just do these readings and say, oh, you need to end this situation and you need to do that, unless I'm open to doing that myself, which is what I'm doing. So if you are interested in that kind of content, I would also like to know, because yeah, I might pivot in that direction. You never know. All right, Taurus, I better leave this before it affects my metrics even more. And I am just wishing you all the love and magic. I'm sending you all the positive vibes. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.